So if y'all recall, about a week or so ago, there was a story about a manager, the mother of six, who was deleted, stabbed by a deranged employee because she was sent home 2 days in a row. We don't know what she was sent home for at this point. I'm quite sure it has something to do with her, probably her attitude. Usually people get sent home because they're not following rules, not following order. And unfortunately, it seems like more and more of these younger kids don't want to work, don't want to listen to nobody. But you got to think about it. How they grew up. They go to school. Teachers get on them about their behavior, what they doing. Try to call the mother. Mother ain't answering the phone. Or when the mother does come to the school, she acting a fool in pajamas and a bonnet and some flip flops, cussing out the teachers and the principal, stuff like that. So you got these children who are feel like they're entitled and feel that they don't have to do anything that authoritative figure tell them to do, whether you like it or not. And so this is why they just so jacked up. Well, anyway, we got a story here where I believe this manager said she ain't having it. She not about to go through that, and she about to be about her business. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Let's hit it.
Right now, 2 women are facing charges in connection with the shooting at a Belleville McDonald's. Police are telling us how it all started. 5 on your side's Robert Townsend has reaction to the news developments.
Shortly before 5 Wednesday afternoon, police went to check out a disturbance at this McDonald's on South Belt East in Belleville. Officers learned a shooting happened inside the fast food restaurant. Customers and neighbors shocked to hear the person police say pulled the trigger is a manager, 44-year-old Kathy Bledsoe.
I just can't believe it's happened in a town like this. That's all. So it's just insanity.
And this
Happens
McDonald's,
everywhere.
a lot of people inside sitting all the time.
Police say the gunfire flew after Bledsoe told a female worker to clock out and go home. Investigators say the McDonald's manager asked the teenage employee to take the trash out, and when she refused, the girl returned here with her mother. Police say Bledsoe and the Belleville.
What I just say. You got these children who are entitled, grew up entitled, because you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them what to do. All these parents, or quote unquote, I use that term loosely, want you to do is babysit their kids while they go off and do God knows what, except parent. Probably when their children at home, they don't pay attention to them. They don't interact with them. They don't care that they're there. They act like they're not there. They don't do nothing to them. Don't do nothing for them. Cuss them out all day. Let them play on devices all day. Run around in apartments, looking like they're homeless all the time. But got the nerve to, when someone, a true authoritative figure, tries to give your child correction, tries to give them a task that's part of your job description. I remember working at Yards back in the day when I was in high school. And you know what we had to do? Like when we got ready to close the end of the night, we took out trash, we cleaned bathrooms, we stocked shelves, we fronted shelves, we fronted and stocked produce. We went outside and had to get all the buggies, all this stuff. And we're talking about the store closed at what, 10 o'clock at night over there off of Ferguson? St. Francis and Ferguson, man. Well, not St. Well, St. Francis was the exit, but I forgot the little side street. But anyway, Yards. And we had to do all that. And we just did it because it was part of our job. Nobody said, man, clean that bathroom. Nobody said, man, I ain't going to get them buggies. Okay, if you ain't going to do it, go home because you don't want to work. If you don't want to work, what you mad at? What you go get your mama for? You don't want to work. Your job is your job. You got places, man. These places, McDonald's did a video not too long ago where a woman worked a whole shift by herself because the McDonald's had no employees, no other employees to come help her that day. You know what I'm saying? You got people that want to work and they'll hustle. Maybe what these kids need to do is first, like, get some kind of felony, go to jail, have a bunch of kids, and then get out, try to find a job, and then get hired at McDonald's. Because then they ain't gonna leave in because they know they need that money. But as long as your mama got your back, you feel you ain't got to take out no trash. Because let's say because in my thing like this, I don't think a child of mine would ever come and tell me that they got sent home from work because they didn't want to take out the trash. Because I tell you what, if we go back up to that McDonald's, we going back up there because you finna take out that trash, like your supervisor told you to do. And it's simple as that. Now, if you don't want to work there, you go ahead and put your notice in and tell them you quit. But don't look for nothing from me. Don't ask for no money because you got a job and you can go make money. You're not finna sit here and disrespect authority. Now, she got you doing a whole bunch of stuff and it's just demeaning and she's degrading you and she just in the third all the time, then okay, you have a talk with your manager. You have a talk with your manager's manager. This is how you teach your kids to be grown, not say you're not going to take out the trash. And then if they try to make you take out the trash, come get me and we'll go up there and we'll handle this.
35-year-old Tanika McKenzie first argued in the McDonald's lobby. The altercation escalated when McKenzie and her daughter went behind the front counter to an office area.
See?
Investigators say McKenzie struck Bledsoe in her face and head.
See?
Police say the restaurant manager then pulled out a gun and fired once, striking the mom in her leg. It's unclear if any customers were inside the McDonald's at the time.
And you know what's the problem going to be? What's so sad about it? It's sad that you had to bring a firearm to work because you're afraid that your employees and their family might do something to you. Not that you get off late at night and maybe somebody might try to jack you, on your way to your car because it's late at night. I can understand that. But these businesses, they have these policies saying you can't bring guns, on the property and stuff like that. But again, how you supposed to defend yourself if you open up at 3-4 o'clock in the morning, you're the only one in the store in the parking lot, or you close at 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, and you're the only one in the parking lot and you driving yourself. And you know what I'm saying, and you scared. And I mean, you got a right to be scared because times are crazy. Times are hard right now. So shoot, you're gonna bring that blicket with you, right? But she had hers and she got beat up. And so she pulled a gun because it's two people on her. But the sad part about it is she will probably lose her job because she brought a gun on the premises when she wasn't supposed to.
Makes you scared to go anywhere. Makes you scared to take kids anywhere.
Ooh, shout out to this reporter. Because I am truthfully tired of only seeing our people look a hot mess in these interviews. So now you have actually, I'm just speculating, a real life meth head, a new meth head. She ain't got no teeth, but her skin is still kind of smooth. So she's still early, but she's scratching. She's scratching like a sun gun, but she's still early in her addiction. So she still got time. But shout out to the reporter to find this one. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and post this before they take this down.
Go anywhere. Makes you scared to take kids anywhere.
Kathy Bledsoe is charged with a felony count of aggravated unlawful use of a weapon. Tanika McKenzie is charged with felony counts of aggravated battery and mob action.
A lot of arguments and things that turn into shootings could be avoided just by communication. Better communication is honestly the key.
In a statement, a local McDonald's owner said in part, quote, "We are shocked and saddened by this attack. Our top priority is always the safety and well-being of our people." Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
Kathy Bledsoe remains in the Belleville jail. Police say Tanika McKenzie was taken to a hospital and is not yet in custody.
Sure, because she got to recover for that bullet wound. I bet she won't do that again. But then again, who knows? She might again. But yeah, like I say, sad time. And what do I say? I blame the parents. I just blame the parents. I ain't mad at the manager because she did what she had to do. You know what I'm saying? She gave the employee an order. Employee don't want, man, you know how many times, oh mercy, like being a supervisor or a manager and you tell people to do something and they don't want to do it. So then you try to say it nicely. I mean, as a man, I know you try to say it nicely, but firmly, and they act like they don't want to do it. And then you say, well, I tell you what, you either do it. If you don't feel like doing it, we can go and discuss it. And then next thing you know, it gets done, because then if they remember, they realize who you are to them. You're not equals. A lot of times, and that could be the issue here. You never know. They think a lot of times people think y'all equals because you're both black, you're both grown or whatever, and you're both working in the same place. So you ain't no better than me and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I'm your manager, I'm your supervisor. So you got to follow direction, because if I was probably up there, if this lady was, this lady here, Kathy Bledsoe, was of a lighter hue, a way lighter hue than this, you know what I mean? And naturally straight hair, hell, maybe even a dude, we wouldn't be having this story here. You know it, and I know it. But anyway, like I say, sad ending to this, but something got to be done. Something got to be done. And like I said, I blame the parents. We got to do better parenting. You got to do better parenting. Your child shouldn't have no problem doing what the supervisor tell her, unless they're like trying to harass her or something. Like, if you don't take the trash, if you don't do this, if you don't know, come go on a date with me, this and third, like, something like that. But take out the trash, nah. Get your coins. See, you ain't taught your kids about getting that money. Get your coins, clock out, and then if it's a problem, you know what smart people do? They go look for another job. They go apply somewhere else, and then you still come to work tomorrow, and you just work. You humble yourself, and then when the other places call you back and they offer you a job and they ask you when can you start, and you say immediately, I can start tomorrow. They be like, okay, you're hired. And then you just quit the other job and you going on to the other job and act like ain't nothing never happened. That's how you do it. You don't let nobody mess up your coins. And you showing the hell don't do something to put because you know how crazy your mama is. So what the hell? So now your mama got a felony. Your manager got a felony. You ain't got no job. Who gonna make the money? Who's making money now? Your mama's in the hospital, got shot, all because you didn't want to take the trash out. Make it make sense. But anyway, tell me what y'all think about this story. Leave your comments below. Share it with the world. Let's have an intelligent conversation. You know how we do it around here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Those 4 things cost you maybe a couple of minutes out your day, but it means the world to us here at this channel. And with that being said, I leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.